What is up, gamers? The Red Dragon here, and we are taking a look at Splinter Cell Blacklist. This is mission number 3, American Consumption, playing on Perfectionist difficulty, and we are going for Ghost. So hopefully we won't run into anybody, and then that way nobody has to die. This first part of the mission, I actually really like the layout of the level. I think it looks like a really cool level. You're in a huge Christmas store. You got a Ferris wheel, you got a huge Christmas tree, and you can go down, you can get in the middle of all that, but we are actually going to just travel along the edge of the map. Now I found that just tends to be a little bit better. Now you do have night vision goggles that you can activate, and I actually do activate it a little bit later on in this level, so you'll get to see what it looks like, and it looks really cool. But whenever you have it on, it's more difficult to tell if you're in the shadows or not. So I like to know whether or not I'm completely hidden, so I just kept it off for right now. Notice on these columns to the right, there's poles that lead up those columns, and they're on just about all the major columns that I've passed in this part of the level. So if you need to get off the ground, or if you want to try a different route, then that is available to you. Again, there's plenty of different routes available to you. Back here there are a ton of people, and we've got to get through those doors. I'm not sure if you can shoot out those lights up top. You can. Remember, this is Splinter Cell and you can shoot out lights, but I'm going to try to not bring any attention back here. I'm going to just try to chance it. I got kind of close, and then he threw his flashlight, so I got scared, so I ran back, but ended up going. Right here, I moved my camera to see the guy in the hallway, to see if his light's shining backwards. It was, so I went ahead and made my move. But you gotta be really careful right there. That part is just tricky, because it's all about timing. At this point, you can go in that vent right there. You'll lead to a locker room where there's another vent that you can go into. So there's a few different routes again, but we are going to go over to the right. And this is night vision activated right here, I guess, if you couldn't tell. If you thought your monitor was kind of going out, it's not. So right here, there's a guy. He's walking out. We're going to go ahead and make our move. This is a really bright lit area, so I don't know why I left my night vision on right here, but I decided to just go ahead and move along here. He didn't seem to notice, so that's good. So, right where the marker is that we have to go, there is a group of hostages. And I see if you look closely, there's actually pipes that are on the ceiling. So again, you can climb on those and get a really good view over top of it. And you can also come in from the complete opposite side. We're going to go around the back. Just stay on the ground, keep it kind of simple here. Sometimes I may be a little too cautious around people, but I'd rather be a little too cautious is not cautious enough. So right here, that guy, he'll come around, he'll give a speech, and as soon as he walks away, then you can go ahead and dive down into the tunnel. So once we're down, we're going to climb up and then climb on the pipes. Totally bypass this guy. And you'll see that there's pipes on the left-hand side as well, but over here on the right-hand side is going to be a target. You'll see that it says capture, so we have another person that we have to take care of. So we're going to go ahead and jump over here to this side real quick. And that guy that we have to capture, he will walk where we are at right now. So depending on whenever you boot up this level, he might be over here in this area. So again, all about timing and just making sure you're in the right spot at the right moment. So we're going to just drop down as soon as he passes by. And you can just bag and tag him right here. Nobody else will come walking out on this catwalk, so you are good. There's going to be one heavy. We're going to go ahead and mark him. That way we know exactly where he's at. I'm going to speed it up. He makes trips back and forth. As soon as he goes back towards the opposite direction, we're going to go ahead and make our move. And once you get down here, there's going to be a cutscene, and you will have to select that you want to save the guy or knock him out instead of killing him. So just make sure you choose the right thing, choose the right option if we're going for Ghost. Right here, there's drones that are patrolling the area, so make sure that you're not in the red area of where their light is. And you can hop up here on the pipes. This makes it a lot easier because there's a lot of people down on the ground. And that's the thing with Splinter Cell. Like, if you're playing these missions, like, a lot of times I'll be playing them and I'll be having some trouble, and it's just like you just need to pause, take a moment, and look around to see a lot of times what's up in the air. Like, look above you a lot of times, and there's something usually there that you can grab a hold of. This guy right here, I believe I could go ahead and jump down because I'm in the shadows. Again, sometimes I like to be a little cautious just to be safe. I'm going to go ahead and sneak in here. Be really fast. There's people out in the hallway, so if they're looking in your direction, it's going to, of course, spot you if you take too long. And then here, there is your flash drive that you can grab. I think that's a flash drive. I guess it is. That's what we're going to call it, the dead drop. Guess we can be all professional and call it by its name. Okay, so up here, this is the only part where I screw up. And you could probably like get this guy's attention, bring him in here and sneak around. I got caught. Okay, sometimes you can sneak through that door, but here's the thing. As soon as you get caught and it goes back to restart the last checkpoint, it does that. It gets rid of the guy, it blocks the doors. I wanted to go back and do that right. I wanted to sneak past that guy. It does not ruin your Ghost gameplay. It doesn't do anything. It's just something funky with the game where the guy disappears. He's no longer there, and it won't let you go back before that area. So I apologize for that, but you can probably sneak past that guy if you're a little bit more careful than I was. So that's the only time in this level I was a little disappointed. So we've got a laptop right here, and we cannot reach across the desk. So we're going to have to sneak inside the desk. But first, we've got this other guy that we've got to be careful of. And he keeps on walking, so we're going to keep on walking. Get over here in the corner. And again, I mentioned it in the last video. I at least put up text about it, but I didn't actually verbally mention it. You can upgrade your cockpit. If you're in your airplane, there's a part that you can go to where you can upgrade a lot of different items. It's called the cockpit. And one of those items is to upgrade your radar so that you know what direction people are facing. Okay, right here before I mentioned that. To the right, you can go through a vent and come into this area that we're about to. Right here, notice that there's a metal detector to the right, so that's why I went to the left and hugged the wall. What I was saying is you can upgrade your radar, and it'll tell you the direction that people are looking. But I'm just trying to do this kind of as difficult as possible, I guess, on the hardest difficulty. That way, if I do it and make it look easy, hopefully if you have the upgrades, which doesn't stop you whatsoever from getting any achievements, it'll be even easier for you. So right here, we've got to get in this doorway. Again, you might could shoot out those lights, I don't know, but I'm trying not to cause any other distraction. besides the distraction I'm about to throw down, which is a sticky noisy maker, or a sticky noise maker. Noisy. It is noisy. It's a noisy maker. We're just going to throw that at the wall, get their attention, and go ahead and sneak on by. So yeah, if you want to upgrade all those things, then go for it. And there's actually a lot of areas where it would have drastically helped out. But at the same time, it's kind of fun having a challenge. And I might go back and try to do some of these and try to, you know, maybe go for speed or time with some of these that I've already done once I go back and purchase some of those upgrades maybe a little bit later. So now we've got 2 items that we have to go take a look at. You'll see that there's a guy up top on this platform. Sometimes he walks down, sometimes he's actually messing with this doohickey. We are going to go ahead and grab it since he's not. Yes, doohickey is a term we like to use in the South. I'm not sure if they use it anywhere else, but it just stands for something you don't know what the heck it's actually called. So we're going to sneak by here. We got one more that we got to do, and you'll notice that there is a timer going down. Most of the time, whenever games have a timer going down, you're really stretched for time, and you really have to hurry up and rush it. You don't have to rush it with this section right here. It's not too bad. It's pretty easy to get both of these in the time span of 10 minutes. Okay, so on the radar, I saw that there was a guy walking, so I had to jump up on this ledge, so be careful for him. I was trying to mark him, and he does walk along that edge because I was trying to mark him because it'll end up that we need to know where he's at on our way back, or as we're trying to leave. Again, this guy, he will come over here and mess with this thing, so just be careful. But if he's away, it's always a little, I don't know, scary when somebody's right there next to you and you're having to do something. But see, here's this other guy, and I waited around for a really long time hoping that he would leave. That way I could just jump back over and come the way that I, or go the way that I came. But he wouldn't leave, so I'm forced to cross this other path, which actually isn't too bad at all. Not too many people up here. There's one guy that I'm having to watch out for. I'm just going to go ahead and go for it. Right here, I had a phone call, so that's why I kind of paused right there and it sped up a little bit. So now, this is our final destination. We just have to get to this marker right here. There's 2 people in your way. He'll eventually start walking backwards. Even though it looks like we're in the light, you'll notice that our red lights are on our suit, so we are actually in the shadows, so he can't see us. And maybe I have my brightness up a little high, which I sometimes do in stealth games. I guess that's a little cheap, but oh well. I deserve to be a little cheap since I don't have radar on, or at least the best radar. Alright, so after he messes with the door, you can go in there, turn the handle, and we are done. So after action report, we did get Ghost, all hostiles undisturbed, except for one. That guy that we had to capture. So, took care of that. Max it out. Again, guys, these take a while to do. I would appreciate your comments and likes, your subscription. Stay tuned for mission number 4. Will be up shortly. That does it for me, the Red Dragon. Stay tuned to VGMVideoGamesandNews.com for your latest news and information. Take care.